The oak is definitely more... Sorry, I just got the camera back. Welcome back to Rewind with bschwitty, because it ain't easy being cheesy. Welcome to the first actual educational episode of Rewind. Today we're going to be focusing on Merlot. Originated in Bordeaux, France, Merlot is one of the 5 red varietals of Bordeaux, and yes, there's a 6th, but the 5 main, the 5 that are actually commonly acknowledged as a Bordeaux varietal. It grows primarily on the right bank, which, as you know, means that it will dominate a Bordeaux style blend, or a Bordeaux blend even. But it has traveled so far beyond Bordeaux. It's grown in Washington, California. Look for wines from Saint-Emilion and the Pomerol region of France. Sorry if I butcher those. I'm horrible with French. Those AOCs for Merlot heavy Bordeaux blends, if you want to try in old world style. Merlot is the half-brother of Cabernet Sauvignon in that they're both bred from Cab Franc. More on that down the line. They've had the same father, but they don't have the same mother. Merlot's mother being a varietal I really can't pronounce, but we'll put up on the screen right here. Nope, actually down here, so it does cover the money shot. By 2010, over 660,000 acres of Merlot have been planted worldwide. So it doesn't just grow here in California, over there in Bordeaux, it's around the world. I'm sure I've seen Merlot grown in Italy, the Italian region of Switzerland. Merlot is where you want to pick up a Merlot from the Italian region of Switzerland. If my Swiss friends are watching out there, it was one of the best wines that I had while I was there, mostly because they don't grow much red other than Blauburgunder, which is Pinot Noir. It's also grown in Australia, South Africa, Tuscany. I think I mentioned Washington already. There will be 2 main climates that it's grown in, warm and cool climates. Warm climates including places like California, Australia, and South Africa, and cool climates like Washington, Tuscany, and Bordeaux. So those will give different elements to the wine. Warm climate Merlots will have fuller, jammier, darker fruit flavors in it, whereas cool climate Merlots are more red fruits, like currant and plum dominant. Today, I've also poured out a couple bottles of 100% Merlot that I have here at the Rewind Studios. This first bottle here is a 2013 Thorn Merlot from Napa Valley. In the middle here is a 2014 Chateau Saint Michel Merlot from their Indian Wells series. This comes from the Columbia AVA in Washington State. And then finally over here is a 2010 Dark Star Merlot, which is from a winery literally down the road from where I work. And I'm pretty sure this is one of the first bottles that I ever purchased while being a industry member in the Paso Robles region. So we're going to try these 3. We're going to talk about the dominant flavors in Merlot. And you may be watching this thinking, bschwitty, Merlot sucks. Do you know why I know Merlot sucks? Because it was in an awful 2004 movie called Sideways, which was based off of a pretty good book. And you know what I have to say to you people? Meet me in camera 1. Hello everyone. Welcome to camera 1. This is where I talk directly to you. If the usual back and forth wasn't direct enough. So you've seen Sideways. You've seen the guy spit out Merlot, drink a dump bucket of wine, and do just awful, awful things while drinking Pinot Noir in a region that is known for Pinot Noir. What does that mean? It means you've seen a Hollywood dramatization of a book that's sort of about wine. What it really is about is personal inner turmoil and fighting your inner demons. Basically what I'm trying to say is the "I won't drink any effing Merlot" line is a gag. It's a joke, and if you really knew something about wine, at the end, the bottle that he's been saving the entire movie is actually a Bordeaux blend from the right bank, which means it is primarily Merlot. So, in summarization, Merlot's good. The joke doesn't mean you shouldn't drink Merlot. And Merlot is actually one of the most versatile and enjoyable and easy to enjoy grapes. Let's talk about some flavors in Merlot. Dominant flavors include raspberry, black cherry, sugar plum, yes, the Christmassy sugar plum, chocolate, and cedar. And this Thorn 2013 Merlot, ooh, definitely some black cherry. That sugar plum definitely is in that one. Cocoa. I see the cedar. There's definitely some good oak to it, which you will probably find on most Bordeaux's grown in Napa. Following suit, we have a more, maybe a little American oak on this 2014 Merlot from Indian Wells, Columbia Valley, Chateau San Michel. And right away you can taste the cooler climate. It's a little less jammy. The red fruits are more prominent. The oak is definitely more pronounced. It's just definitely a different barrel program, that's for sure. And then over here on the Dark Star, back to that warmer California roots. There's even some anise on the nose. Licorice. Black fruit, dark fruit. It's much fuller, jammier. Ooh. There's something much smoother than the previous two because it's an older vintage, and oh, that just goes down easy. So regions that this varietal is grown in, as I said, Bordeaux, Tuscany, Washington, California, Chile, Australia, South Africa, among others. Like I said, the Italian side of Switzerland, which is the southeast corner, does some excellent Merlots. That's the varietal they're known for. And then pairing. Merlot pairs well with just about everything. It's a very versatile wine, like I was saying. It should pair with everything a red should pair with. So like a steak, lamb, pork, any meat. Anything that has a good char or grill to it will complement this varietal nicely, no matter where it's from. But definitely taste it so you can kind of know where exactly the Merlot that you're tasting from what region will match with what food. But it can do what Cab Sauv does for steaks and red meat in a pinch if you don't have a good Napa Cab laying around. It can compare with fish, just like heartier fish like salmon, something tuna, prawns, scallops, when done right. And most likely the cooler climate Merlots, like the ones from Washington or Bordeaux. Overall, I'm a fan of Merlot. I don't think you should dismiss it just because you heard a funny line in a movie once. Yes, it took a hit because of Sideways, and now people are dismissing it, but it is the quintessential grape. It's everything that you could ever want without it being overly sophisticated, but it's not underselling itself. It's the everyday varietal, and your friends will get to say something like, I'm not gonna drink any of that effing Merlot, which means you get to drink more. Or you could re-educate your friends and show them that Merlot is an excellent grape, an excellent varietal, and an excellent wine just to try. Well, that's it for me today on Merlot. Hope you've learned something. If you have any questions or comments, leave it below. Throw some sideways quotes down at me. Tell me if you like Merlot, if you don't like Merlot. What's your favorite bottle? What's your least favorite bottle? If you want to connect with me on the socials, it's at bschwitty. That's BSCHWITTY. And for everyone here at Rewind, which is just me, thank you for watching. I'll catch you next time.